welcome to another issue of Backlogged. I'm Robert,
I'm Lalo.
And I'm Jens.
back with another episode of Backlogged. We're running out of shows because they're all ending. Um, Enjoy our recaps for as long as they last.
So, episode 7 of The Last of Us, the season finale of The Last of Us. Holy shit. First of all, I was right. I was right exactly. They
For
ended the
once.
episode precisely where I knew I was gonna be.
That's kind of crazy if you
And
ask me.
also,
Crazy. That was crazy one.
we had a post credit scene for for the first time in The Last of Us.
Dog, enough of the post-credit season films. We can't even get away with that with TV shows now? Really?
Literally, the first episode, the post credit scene for the episode was Abby waking up
Trash and dust.
and looking out the window and seeing literally Seattle day one. Just as I thought they were gonna do it, it was fucking hype. I was freaking out in my in my living room when that happened.
Even
Because
on his Instagram notes, he
throughout,
made sure to let us know that it was going on.
yeah, I was so happy because throughout the season we've been getting the sign of Seattle day one, Seattle day two, Seattle day three, just like in the game. So for the story to finally come at the end of Ellie's first half of the story, because the game again is split off into Ellie first half, Abby second half, and then Ellie second. The finale is all Ellie. Um, the finale is all Ellie. Hello, Mrs. Roland.
Typical streaming shenanigans here at the stores with issues.
The head of your mom from me, Jen. What the hell?
We maintain a professional production company.
She says hi. She says hi.
Of course.
She was like, "Oh, how are they doing?" I was like, "Good. They're recording, by the way." She's like, "Oh." He's out of there.
Sorry.
Yeah, my apologies. That's why I need to face away. I need to always face away from a door, so so I don't accidentally do that to people. I feel bad, not even for myself. I just feel bad for whoever walks by. They're like, "Oh, hi."
But anyway,
Anyway, Last of Us.
fortunately, we got back. We are getting a confirmation that we are getting season three back. We're getting a season three, and also before the season premiere, we already knew we were getting season three. Now, when the fuck are they gonna film it? When the fuck are they gonna start filming? Now
Okay,
that's a different issue.
it's a
Probably never.
modern day Hollywood slash TV show. Everything's gotta be as big as Hollywood, so it's gonna probably take another 5 years. We're gonna do a Stranger
I
Things
can't
3.
have that. I cannot have that.
Well, you're
See,
I
gonna have
Lalo's
to
gonna
need
grow
have
and
to.
love it because Hollywood is blowing up all these films. So
God
not
damn it,
even films, not even films.
Stranger Things fucked how we make shows. And
This
I
is
am
accurate.
pissed off about
Though
that.
there's been three separate presidents in the running
Since the
since
last Stranger
no
Things finale, since the
since
last Stranger
since
Things
Stranger
season.
Things premiered. We've
Oh,
had two separate presidents since Stranger Things last premiered, like last season
Wait, you're saying
ended.
it's been like 8 years? It's been like 8 years, bro. That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
it's
Jen's Stranger Things
season one.
1 came out in 2016,
Season one came out in 2016.
Well,
and
yeah, it
what?
makes them a lot of money because it means they can stretch the show out for longer.
No, the
Fuck
and
that! Look at the kids. They're not kids anymore. They're
it's
like
they're
30 year
our
olds
age.
now.
They're our age, Jens.
Yeah, I know they're our age, Robert. I know they're our age.
That's
But
why you gotta make the show
we,
adult oriented,
But look at
like
us.
Call of Duty.
We're doing better than them.
none of
I
us have been canceled yet.
okay. If anyone in this chat would be canceled, it would be me.
Or me. Or
no,
me.
no, me.
Anyway,
Getting
so
back on
that's
track.
my prediction. My prediction for The Last of Us season three. Since I know we're getting it, and we are already like confirmed that we are adapting the second half or the second third of the game.
Because didn't they come out and say that
I
there might be a fourth season as well?
that's what I'm aware. That's what I'm afraid of, considering that if they adapted how I think they will adapt it, there is not much content left after Abby's side of the story.
Okay, how about this? How about this? Right, hear me out. Hear me out. They do one more season of the TV show.
I guess they could wrap up the Abby side of the story that will never be on a game.
No,
Of course, yeah.
no. They make one TV season, and then they make a movie.
Like fucking Heartstopper or Community.
Max, hire me. I'll be your production man. I'll be the marketing team.
He has no idea how to adapt this content. Don't listen to him.
No.
If
I don't.
anyone,
No,
if,
no.
if it should be anyone, it should be
No,
me.
no. If Max is listening, I don't. I'll let the producers be the producers, right? Don't get me wrong. Let me be the marketing man. I have a genius plan. One TV season, and then a movie. Hell, I'll just take some royalties if you're listening.
Anyway, for my predictions for season 3, I don't want to spoil too much about the season, like Abby's side of the game. We didn't see Lev on the season finale, which is weird. I was kind of hoping to see Lev, but I also see why they wouldn't. Lev is the character that. So in Abby's storyline, Abby's side of the story, he kind of grows into a Joel persona and kind of mirrors everything that Joel goes through.
Okay.
He kind of mirror everything that goes, and she meets a young boy,
When
and that little she meets Lev, which is one of the scars who have like a Seraphite, if you will. He meets one of the Seraphites, a young boy called Lev, and Lev is basically like Abby's Ellie throughout the story. But we see Lev during the theater fight. We didn't see him this time around. I guess because they haven't casted him, or they. I know that I hope that they adapt him.
They're
Because
not.
I love that side of the.
They're not.
I sort of the gods, Robert. If they don't adapt Lev, I will be mad. There will
It's
be
not
a
your fault.
part of my heart that will be broken.
Lalo,
Anyway.
Lalo, buddy. I hate to break it to you. There's no heart to break. I'm sorry. It's already broken.
Okay, so Lev. Hopefully they do Lev. Hopefully we get Lev. Hopefully we get Yara as well. Yara is Lev's sister.
It says in my notes that Lalo wants the Rat King. What's that all about?
I want the Rat King to happen. In The Last of Us season, it's part 2. There's a little boss fight of a Rat King. Literally, an infected covered by other infected, making like a monstrosity, like a massive thing.
For whatever reason, I thought like, okay, you gotta visualize this for me, okay? Gravity Falls art style, right?
Okay.
And it's just a bunch of rats in a trench coat and a fedora. That
was your image when you thought when I said Rat King while writing?
Yes. That's still what's going through my head.
No, the Rat King is a concept of like the Rat King is a concept of like a rat getting caught on by other rats and making a huge like fucking mess. Jens, what the fuck are you doing?
He's probably playing Minecraft. Just ignore him.
You motherfucker!
A little bit.
Do I need to kick you off the realm?
No. I'm talking to our friend over here.
Jens,
I just reconnected.
Jens, let's just worry about that. Worry about Minecraft later. Okay, we're having a discussion here. We're having a discussion.
I'm listening. Well, here's the thing. I don't know much about The Last of Us. I'm just in processing here. The Rat
say
King.
random things.
The
That's
king
what
is
I
right.
do. That's what I do.
To me, he's
You just say
contributing
random
to the
stuff?
conversation.
I mean, I would
Oh,
say I
okay.
pay
Carry
attention.
the
I'm
platypus then.
peasant.
Why don't they have the platypus king? Why do they have to do rats then, bro? That's the real question.
Because he's
Rat
not
King
Agent
is a
P.
concept of like.
Oh, that's what we can do. That's coming back soon.
What thing is it for? Yes.
Mind
Sorry.
you, we're all grown up here. We all have like day jobs and we can all legally drink. That's just a little disclaimer. And we're getting
But
excited
Phineas
over
and
Phineas
Ferb,
and
you're
Ferb.
never too. You are never too old to be excited about Phineas and Ferb.
I
Isn't
mean-
that right, gents?
I mean, that's when I had some of my first experiences, adult experiences.
You are muted, dickhead.
How did you do that to yourself?
How did I get muted? What
How
did
did you- I
I
didn't
press the
do-
mute button?
I don't.
I didn't do that. You did that, you jackass. You muted yours. You are never
Anyway.
too old to get excited about Phineas and Ferb.
I mean, I get
I've only,
excited
I
for
only
Phineas
saw
and Ferb.
3 episodes. I only saw 3 episodes, and then
What?
but then I
God
watched
damn
a bunch
it,
more after.
I
So
wa-
actually, I've seen more now as an adult than as a kid, though. So you're right.
Exactly.
It's I've had some fun times with Phineas and Ferb as an adult.
That sounds crazy out of context.
Oh no, it's crazy within context too.
Crazy with
Oh,
context,
that's exactly what
too.
you think it is.
Just to say,
Wow.
get ready with the Betties, because the Betties
your
are
favorite-
coming for you.
Is your favorite
That's all
character
I'm
Candace, then?
saying.
Is that what you're
That's
saying?
all
Is that
I'm
what you're
saying.
Your favorite character?
Speaking of Disney Plus
alright.
content, Lalo,
Speaking of Disney Plus content,
It's Disney Plus Plus.
Doctor
X-rated.
Who. Where's my shoe? Where's my
Doctor Who.
shoe? Where is my shoe?
you have to hear shoe live on camera, because guess
All right,
what?
Your shoe.
Conrad wasn't the master.
Ooh, that's a twist.
So here's my shoe.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's disgusting.
I'm not actually eating
Sure.
it, but you know,
Pussy.
I gotta bite into it. I can't eat it.
Also, can I
Um,
preface this with, like, you were right about one show, but you were completely off the mark on the other one?
I know it pissed me off. I was right about The Last of Us, but it was wrong about Doctor Who. The one I have more. Actually, no, I have equal knowledge of both.
No, Lalo, you don't.
Anyway,
Lalo, you would not shut up. Respectfully, I mean this very, very respectfully. You won't shut the fuck up about Doctor Who. You sent me so many TikToks about it. Oh, the
Love you too,
Dalek,
Bookie.
the Dalek. Oh, it's so cute. As I'm over here in the trenches trying to get orders done, trying to do my job. Lalo's like, nah,
You were
la,
doing the
la.
same shit to me yesterday. You were doing the same shit to me yesterday at work.
Well,
I kept getting notifications from Discord.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, fucking, I am in the trenches at my work.
Hey, Lalo, do you wear a smartwatch that also violently vibrates your wrist?
No, but my phone violates my penis on my pants.
That sounds
That's
like a
exciting.
good time. Also,
Sounds like a new feature.
but also, you're the guy. You know those memes of when you get a notification hoping it's your crush, but it's just your
By the
unemployed
way, I
homie.
gotta say this. That's on camera forever. I will never escape that.
Yeah, every time Lalo gets a notification, he's just like, ooh.
No, it's my leg that I'm like, ow. Why the fuck did my phone just buzz?
But
It's not a bug, it's a feature, bro.
well, you
It's
know
part
all
of- it's
those
a new iPhone
memes
update.
of like when you hope it's
Tactic.
your crush, but it's just the unemployed homie.
The unemployed homies.
That's me.
That's all of us, bro. Actually, no, Robertson. All of it. What? I'm the one that's actually
What's
unemployed.
the order of how I am in camera? I'm in the middle. Am
You're
I?
in the middle,
Am I?
Lalo.
You're to the right of me.
You're in the
Is
middle for
Jen
me.
below me? Is I'm
Yes.
pointing? Am I pointing to Jen? Okay.
Yes.
You're pointing to me,
So
yeah.
I am. You're right here to me, right?
Well, you're right here for me. So
So right
me
here.
and you are swapped, I think. Jen's
So right here.
Jen's.
Jen's
you
is,
suck.
I gotta trust that Jensen's
I
on the
suck.
bottom of me. I can always trust that Jensen's on the bottom.
See, Jen's.
Oh,
My
that's kinda
days.
wild.
My days are at a minimum 10 hours between work and driving, though, and back.
Really?
Yeah, 10 hours.
That's horrid. Isn't that so stupid that we live in a time where you can't even have a house if you're working 10 hours a day? Like,
Well, I'm not working 10 hours, but
No,
I'm,
I'm not working 10 hours. But
oh,
he
you have to
is
travel.
working
Yeah.
it's an hour
as
to
a
work,
travel.
8-hour shift, and an hour back home.
But it used to be like a 9 to 5. You could get like, you could have maybe not a house, but like at least like have an apartment and stuff.
Well,
Nowadays, it's, like, too
when the
expensive.
Fed printed half of the money in circulation in the past 5 years, yeah, it could be an issue.
Yeah, that's
We
valid.
love the Fed, too.
That's why I'm gonna rob them one day. Wait, I mean, what?
Wait,
I
what?
didn't
You
say-
just have to...
What?
In Minecraft.
in real, I mean Minecraft. Oh, have you seen the Goofy thing? Have you seen the Goofy thing where it's like, Goofy, you are charged with murder, and
Yeah,
he's
you
like,
showed it to you last week.
That's how I feel like right now. I feel like that right now. where
Did
it's
this
like,
man just
We
try
showed it
this,
to you.
did this man just trying to take credit for something we showed him?
no. I'm taking credit for being goofy right now.
Okay,
Like you guys are like,
No.
how did we get
Jens,
so
we're not
far
gonna
off
rob the
track?
Federal Reserve. I'm like,
How did
no,
we
I'm
get
gonna
so
rob it.
how did we get so far off track?
I was talking about Doctor Who like 2
This is what
minutes
happens.
ago.
See,
Oh,
this is
okay.
why I don't
I
talk.
know
Because
how.
if I
You
talk
would-
too much, we just go into
Gent,
tangents, bro.
Gent,
This is how
shut
it's
up.
gonna be.
I wish I could put hands on your mouth so I can make you shut up sometimes. I swear. I genuinely swear.
This is kind of the unfortunate thing of no longer recording it on in person.
Yeah, so I can just strangle Jens on
We
camera.
I can't reach over to Jen and shut him the fuck up.
It's good for me because otherwise I would be suffocated.
Oh,
I'd
what
be
am I
dead.
doing? What am I doing? Hold on. I can actually should kind of put continue, Lalo.
He can trump all of you. You get
Okay,
Trump,
Lalo,
bitch.
before you
Anyway.
realize this, before he realizes.
Back in Doctor Who. So this episode was the Wish World, which establishes
Oh,
that there
fucking
is a
found
new
out.
god. There is a goddamn new god in the pantheon. There is a new god.
That's hype.
It's the god of wishes and dreams.
Because it doesn't exist before that. You know, people didn't make wishes.
Is he
Well, the
dreaming at
Doctor
least?
created him. He is a baby.
teeny.
It's a
Oh.
baby. It's a
So-
baby. And we have Conrad
It's a
like
baby.
making the world, this wish world, of by simply telling the kid wishes, or telling the kid stories. And the stories are made into reality, which is how he trapped the Doctor into this world, how he trapped Belinda into this world, how he trapped Ruby into this world, and practically everyone in the world into this wish world. All to be revealed that the reason why the Rani wanted to do this was to bring back a classic Doctor Who villain. Who would have thunk? It's almost like Russell T Davis just goes over to his action figure shelf and starts grabbing little action figures.
And,
Who did he bring? The Omega.
unfortunately, it wasn't the Master.
It wasn't the Master. For some
Unfortunately, for Lalo.
goddamn
For
reason,
us-
it wasn't the Master.
For us, we just watched the man eat a shoe because of it. So hey, we won.
Yeah,
He
it
lost,
was worth
but we
it.
won.
For me, it was worth it.
It wasn't the Master. It was the Omega, the first Time Lord. Which we're going by the Timeless Child like retcon. That's not true anymore.
Don't
But
worry about
whatever.
it. Don't worry about it, Lalo. Retcons don't
I'm gonna have
exist if
to
you unrecord
rewatch
them.
a lot.
Retcons
gonna have to
don't
rewatch, like,
exist
a lot.
if you unretcon them.
But the Doctor's supposed to be like the first Time Lord,
Don't worry about
considering
it.
that he is the Timeless Child.
Don't worry about it.
I know.
Don't worry about it. It's not your fault.
And we're getting ready for the Reality War next week, which is supposed to be the season finale.
So-
It's
so
gonna be the season
What,
finale.
what do you think is going to go down in the reality war?
Dude, I don't fucking know. Legit, this is the first time in a long time that I don't have a solid theory of, because I know nothing about Omega. That's the problem. That's kind of the problem of not having any theories. I know nothing about Omega.
Then why did
Because that's from like
then why did you have me write down predictions for the next episode? If you had none.
my prediction, the Doctor's gonna win because that's the one prediction I can count on. And the show is not
Will
gonna
the
get
Doctor win?
canceled.
Doctor could die.
Actually, will he reject? That's kind of the thing. I am worried that he might regenerate. I'm worried that they might regenerate Judy. Which is a
Awful.
shame because he hasn't fought a Dalek or a Cyberman, and that's kind of the one thing he wanted to do.
That's kind of what they haven't shown up this entire. Like that's something they always throw at them. Especially Russell T Davis loves those things.
And Russell T Davis loves to bring back characters from the past, which is
God.
apparent from bringing fucking Omega and the Rani, but not the Master. Because fuck me if Lalo wants to have fun with the Master. Fuck Lalo, right?
Hey! At least
Well,
you didn't get
some
the
fun with
master
the
race
Master, that's
again,
crazy.
so that's good, right?
We didn't get the Master race again. That's good.
The Aryans? What?
No, the Master created a Master race during the first run of Russell T Davis. He
Oh.
turned literally everyone into a Master.
Someone,
Nazis
visual version
were
of
right.
himself.
someone
They
in
just
the
were
writers'
wrong.
room didn't know some wood history somewhere along the line.
Yeah. Or maybe the
So
Nazis
like,
were actually like maybe they're Nazis secretly. They're actually trying to establish a world
no,
order.
it was literally people turning into the master.
Yeah,
That's literally it.
it was.
Which, by
Oh.
the way, we're watching. Jens and I we're making a. I made him promise me that he will watch all of Russell T Davis' run of Doctor Who,
We all know that's
starting
not
from
gonna happen.
9 to 10.
We're not. We all know that's not gonna happen.
I will figure out a way. We will figure out a way. If we have to log into your HBO Max, Robert, it will happen.
The fuck? I'm kidding. I still have you as you have a profile still. I haven't deleted your profile on there yet.
I do have a profile. That's how I watched The Last of Us last night.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even.
I am shameless like that, dude. I am shameless like that. I don't give a fuck. HBO Max is expensive. I'm gonna use yours. Feel free to watch anything on mine, but you on anything I own
What do you own, Lalo? That I don't.
that you don't own. I have Netflix. I have Disney Plus. I have
that.
Hulu. You
I
have
have
all
that.
those already.
I have Peacock.
I have
But
Peacock
do you
too. I
have
use
a
my
Mexican?
Peacock.
Do you have a Mexican citizenship?
No, I don't. Nor do I want one really.
Not really. I renounced to it.
I'm
Not
Oh,
really.
actually,
I kind of
Lalo?
renounced to it.
Oh,
I
frick!
kind
I
of
thought Lalo
renounced
still
to
had
it.
that. I thought Lalo still had it.
No,
so I was like,
America won't let you.
Yeah, no, you have to renounce all
what?
prior citizenships.
my
Take them
roommate's
out.
I can
Canadian,
actually
bro.
get it back.
He's a Canadian American. Yeah, he's
Legally, you can't renounce to Mexican citizenship. You just have to update it once you become a U.S. citizen. So you kind of
So
I
you
kind
are
of can
still a
go.
Mexican
I
citizen.
kind of
Yeah.
can go back I can go back to the embassy downtown and I say, hey, I want my Mexican citizenship, and they'll be like, okay, fill out paperwork. Here's your Mexican citizenship. You're a Mexican American now.
Yeah, there you go. That's like how my roommate does it. I think he was American and then he just became Canadian as well because one of his parents is.
Yeah, but Canada's more lenient towards. Never mind. Moving on. That's it for Doctor Who. Robert, do you have anything else? What's next?
What's next? Trends into your segment.
It is. It's the Song of the Week
It
segment.
is. Let's fucking go. We can talk about
Please
Epic
tell me
again.
you have a song. You have one job.
I do have a
Me?
song.
I have a song.
Yeah, it's your segment.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I'll choose two because Lalo and I recently watched Epic the Musical. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
watch it. I can actually even I'll try to find a way to send the link in the chat or something so Robert can like show it in the video or something.
No.
Because there's a specific version of it that is the best.
Yeah.
But it's a musical
And actually,
made by
I've been watching alongside with that. I've been watching like several other like animations that they had for it. So I've been like just
Isn't it
feeding
sick?
myself. It's so good. Actually, I want to send you one later after we finish recording because I really liked it a lot.
Okay, you do that.
Continuing?
And-
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really good. Basically, I think it's been like a 4-year project, but he just finished it recently, and it's just this guy who like for his college, like thesis or something. I don't even know. He decided I'm gonna make the Odyssey into a musical. So he made 40 songs, and then a guy arranged it. Oh, Robert's dying.
Wait.
Robert's just annoying.
Is that what made you excited for Nolan's film?
Yeah.
I didn't know about Nolan's film until I watched Epic the Musical.
I
How did
shared a
you
comment to it on. I shared a comment to Robert about it earlier today. We'll talk about this later.
Yeah. So it's really cool, and it touches on some crazy themes like what makes a person like bad or good, and
And
my
how
favorite.
history how history changes throughout the concept of good and evil, and how we can how our version of good can be different from their version of good. How history moves forward and we adapt to it, basically.
Yeah. So it's a lot of cool things, and like Hamilton at all. It's not really much like it has a vibe similar to it in a way, but it's
The
so distinct.
concept
It does-
album, the sense of the concept album within Hamilton, it is very present here.
Yeah. But it doesn't have as much rap and stuff like that. It's more like just
No.
kind of the vibe of it. But yeah, it's really good. And so I chose for that section, Epic the Musical. My favorite song is probably Ruthlessness, just because it kind of hits this core
Very good one.
concept. Yeah, its main line is ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves, which is like basically the main theme of the entire musical. As to whether that's true or not, Um, and so that's my favorite one there. When it comes to my general song, I got into so no story time. I know I don't have a ton of time for the segment, but story time. I was
Oh no,
driving home at like
we're really ahead of schedule. We can.
so I showed Lalo Epic the
Hell
musical,
yeah.
right?
Hey,
I
Yeah.
showed him the musical on was it Monday night? Yeah, last time we recorded, it was that night.
Wednesday.
It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Wednesday, sorry.
It
It was
was
1 o'clock in
Wednesday.
the morning, and I was
Because
driving home.
wanna know how I know that,
How do you know
James?
that?
Because I had work the morning. This is why I'm not really participating because I didn't watch it. I wouldn't watch it to begin with, even if I had time. But
That's
I
true.
couldn't watch it after we recorded because your boy had to sleep.
Your boy had to sleep. Yeah. Well, Lalo had to
He
sleep too,
did
but
go to
Lalo
sleep.
decided not to.
He wouldn't have watched it anyways, but
I wouldn't
that
have
was the
watched
main reason why he didn't watch.
But I had to sleep, so that's my excuse,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm sticking to. I would have loved to watch it with you guys, but I just had to sleep and go to work.
Bullshit! He wouldn't have loved to
Sure.
watch it. He would have been.
Then we'll have
he
to
would
watch it
fuck-
again with you, Robert. How about
We'll have
that?
to watch it again with you.
No,
You
I'm a
have to
busy
sit down and
man.
watch it with us.
I'll punch it in somewhere. I'm sure I find some
Oh
time.
yeah, you're so
somewhere.
busy that you're doing a comic book show right now. Yeah.
Since you don't know how much
We'll watch.
time, you don't know how much I had to cut away to get here on time.
That's valid. That's valid.
We'll find another time, Robert. We'll definitely find a
Oh,
time. To
absolutely.
We'll force you to watch
I'll
it.
definitely try my best to find it right.
Yeah, I can.
Anyway,
I can. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So we watched that, and I was like, screw this, I'm staying up all the way for this because I can't split this into multiple sections. And so
because we can barely manage to actually get together for recording, and this
Yeah.
happened right after recording.
exactly. And so we watched it, and it was 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got to my car, which was like pretty far away because I had to walk to it. But my phone was dead, so I couldn't listen to my normal music. So I just turned on the radio, and then this random song plays, and I'm like, this is a sick song. And it turns out it's by this guy that I'd heard that one of my friends had mentioned named. Okay, you're gonna
Let me
be really
fucking
weirded
guess.
out.
Let
His
me
name is-
fucking guess.
Guess it.
Say it.
No, you guess it, Lalo.
I don't think I do. Go, you say it,
Okay.
please.
It's called. His name is Rit Momney.
Yeah, I was so off. I was way off.
What were you gonna guess? What were you gonna guess, bro?
I thought it was, dude. I thought it was gonna be like Benson Boone because I heard
Oh,
the same song
gross.
on the radio. I
Gross.
heard the same song on the radio like 4 or 5 different times. That's why I don't listen to the radio anymore.
No, Benson
Ladies and
Boon's gross,
gentlemen,
man. Every white girl is obsessed with her.
I listen to
I just
Toby
called him a girl.
Keith and George Strait on my way to and from work, really. So I don't know what these guys are all about with Benson Boone. I know he makes AI slop music, but that's about nothing
Awesome.
happened, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying.
Finishing the radio. What was going on with the radio?
Yeah. So I was listening to. So yeah, and we were having a totally normal conversation before this. Yeah, and so we walked my car, listened to this guy. His name's Rit Momney. So it's Mitt Romney, but he flipped the letters around for some reason. I don't know why, but
It's funny.
'cause it's funny. Yeah.
Because it fits, I guess. I don't know.
And it was a vibe. The song was called "Set the Table" or something. I don't know if you heard that, but
Okay, no, I have not.
it's good. Yeah, I don't know if I'd choose that as my song though, but as an artist
Then
that I
why-
actually listen to, he only has 2 albums, but it's kind of a vibe.
Then
That's why
why
he's
start that
bringing it up.
story? Oh, that's not my song, but
Oh no,
Because he does
because
nothing.
the artist is the artist. I'm gonna say, well,
no,
Set the Table's pretty good, if you wanna-
no. You can't do that. We've established you can't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of the song. I'm
I
trying to
have 2
explore.
songs though, because they go together.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
because Epic the Musical is separate. That's a separate thing.
No,
That's
no, no,
not
no.
the song of the
You
week.
can't just say the artist. That is cheating.
Okay, I'll look up right now. I remember I
Okay.
had a song in mind that was really good, but let me see. His name is Rit Momney. It's kind of fun to say out loud too.
It is kind of fun to say, even to
Um,
hear it.
Set the Table is up there. I think I might choose Set the Table. Another one that's kind of intense is If the Book Doesn't Sell. But that one's more like I enjoyed it. It's just intense. But I'd say Set the Table just if you want like an introduction to him. But yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of jazz soul
and-
kind of vibe.
So for my song of the week, I have actually 2 because they go together, and they actually go right after the other in the album.
Because
they are
cheaters and disrespect the spirit of the
Because they're from the
segment.
Disrespect
this
your
one's-
surroundings.
It's from the Thunder Saga of Epic,
Yes.
and it's Suffering and a Different Beast.
Suffering
That's
and
literally
Different
That's literally the two songs I keep repeating over and over on my way because they are the most theater filled, like emotion of. Because when I was a high
Suffering.
schooler in my theater department, I would my biggest form of expression was through monologuing, and what better way than and my I if you ask anyone who went to high school in theater with me, my best monologues were the angry ones. Whenever I was angry, I was feeling the rage. That were my best monologues ever done.
Bro, those are the
And
most fun monologues, bro. Those are the most
suffering
fun.
and different beasts are such in the way of like capturing that light of me of like being an angry monologuer. So
Yeah.
that's why I chose
Is
them.
So
is
suffering
this
is.
is this why you keep on talking and talking and talking because you like to monologue?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Basically. So
Um,
suffering is the one where he is like where what was her name in the
The
water?
sirens
okay,
the sirens are in the water. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
And
yeah,
you
then
know,
thank you.
different beast
okay, okay.
is him capturing and torturing the sirens.
All right, you
Yeah,
know what?
yeah.
How about this? How about
Intense.
this, guys? We can talk about this more when we get to the entertainment. Okay.
Okay.
Of course,
I
yeah.
think yeah, of course, of course.
Um, so my song of the week, I only have one because I respect the spirit of this segment.
They
Okay.
go together. They go
You can
together,
go
man.
fuck
Come
yourself,
on.
Lalo. I have multiple songs queued up. All right, my song of the week because I respect the letters and spirits of this segment. You know, I have
Of
songs
course.
queued up. I don't want to hear you two speak because I actually have to do stuff now. I don't want to do my job, but I guess I have two jobs now.
Oh, exciting.
Sorry. Shenanigans.
Indeed. Um,
Indeed.
it,
Makes things
it's
fun.
got it's got to be because I like to think of like the one song that I've constantly played on repeat. What song I've picked, like what song that stands out for me this week. This one is my song of the week is "I Got Better" by Morgan Wallen. Um, there's been
I've
a
heard that one
I,
before.
I've been I was playing it for you like 2 hours ago
I
before you
know.
could.
I am aware.
But it's definitely like a song that I kind of come on a late list because it's not like you're the reason why I was dragged down. You know, it was just a byproduct of the relationship. You know, I got better after you left me, but you weren't the reason why you're dragging me down. And I feel like that's actually a really healthy mentality to have, especially if things end amicably. And when I was going through all the loneliness things, there wasn't many songs out there that kind of had that, you know, yeah, it sucks that you left me, but no, I'm doing better now. No, it wasn't your fault, but I am realized that some of it was inherently just the byproduct of the relationship, and it was a very really poignant song that I heard. I'm not a
I
Morgan
respect
Wallen
that.
guy. I'm a like a '90s country guy, but that was a touching
Yeah, yeah.
song.
Yeah, you're more of a 90s country guy from what I've heard of your music. I do, yeah, I know, I respect that. I feel like that's a healthy thing because it's about like not blaming other people for how you are,
Yeah, and
or
just
how things are going.
yeah.
I guess it's
I
also
respect
like
that.
ah, it was I was thinking of another song that it would touch go along with that, but never mind.
You
You can
just
move
couldn't think
forward.
on. All right.
I
For
was just thinking something flashed into my head and and then it left.
all right.
It went out in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
So for once,
Nice.
actually, a lot more happened in motorsports that is more than just a little flash in the pan. Because what this is, I for lack of a better term, it was Christmas Day for motorsports fans. We had an Indianapolis.
Love Christmas Day.
We had in the Indianapolis 500. We had the Coca-Cola 600, which is the longest NASCAR race on the schedule, right?
Really. Thank
And then
Coca-Cola, like
well, I
Coca-Cola.
guess it's more of the crown jewel of motorsports essentially because we had the Indy 500, Coke 600, Indy 500, Coke 600, and then for F1 fans we had Monaco. Um,
yeah, Monaco. I was actually getting videos
Oh
about
no.
that about Monaco.
God, okay, starting off with the chronological order of the ones that came. Starting with Monaco. So this deal in the anticipation to actually bring racing into more play, they made it mandatory you had to do 2 pit stops by the end of the race. it didn't work.
How many is it normally? I was gonna ask how many is it normally.
Well, normally it's only one. Normally they run
Yeah.
a set of holds for like 40 laps and then they bring in pair of mediums.
I have a
Well,
question.
I might have an answer.
Did Whiplash show up?
No. I might.
You
I'm.
know
You
what
know
I
what?
was
You know what?
referencing?
Yeah. You know what? You know what? No. You know what? I like having this battle. Um.
Lalo is removed from the game.
um.
I could do that myself. Okay, ready? I'll do it myself.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So
Okay, I'm back.
the FIA came out and said, "Hey, you guys have to do 2 pit stops this race. If you don't, you get hit with a 30-second penalty." So they were
That's rough.
hoping. Okay, that's just how it is, right? So they were supposed to bring a lot more action to the race. So instead, because what happened last year
By
was
cutting off time by cutting off time
No.
into getting people into pit stop. That's how you get more
Well,
more
because like
action
your
into
pit
the
stop's gonna
race.
take
Well,
you.
yeah,
Your pit
because
stop's gonna take like
you-
40 seconds, right?
yeah, they
So-
take 20 seconds. So you have to do your pit stops, and then you're supposed to put. It's a lot more emphasis on the strategy game. Because what happened last year, Lalo, is that it got red flagged like 20 laps in, like within the first 20 laps. So, and that's a free pit stop. No one gets penalized for that because you can change your tires in a red flag situation.
Can you have more than one? More? Could you possibly have more than 2, or would it be a waste of time?
It would be a waste
That's
of time.
another
It would be a
question.
waste of time.
That's okay. That's what I was
Well,
thinking.
so they put forth the 2 pit
They're
stop
like
rule.
extra safe, extra safe.
Well, they put the 2 pit stop rule, so in case it gets red flagged, they don't just change the tires during the red flag and not pit again. So it pretty much remains the same. Well, this year, the drivers, the teams probably found a way to actually play around that system.
Loophole.
Well, no, it was really, really boring. I woke up at 6 o'clock to watch this race. What they did
I
was,
thought it was falling right asleep.
well, no, it was really bad because I had woke at 8 o'clock and I couldn't just like fall back asleep because it was that boring. But I had to.
gosh.
Like I had to fight that urge because you know
I
what
was
they
too
did.
tired to even
The-
sleep for.
The teams realized that if you have one, because you can't overtake on the track, it is a narrow
No.
track. Well, what the teams realized is that if you have one guy drive 5 to 6 seconds off the pace, you can back up the field big enough to have the teammate of the guy who's backing up the field pit, go out ahead of the guy that slowed down the field, and then speed up, and then have the guy who's on fresh rubble then back up the field for his teammate to get the second to pit.
You cucks.
That was pretty much what was going on all 78 laps of the race.
You
That's about right.
motherfuckers.
Hey, you got to gain the system if it gives you the advantage, right?
Lalo, Jens,
Isn't that
This-
like hardcore cheating?
it's not cheating though. That's the thing. It's technically not
Wasn't
cheating,
against the rules.
Well,
There's
yeah,
no rules
technically
against
not
it.
cheating.
and it's also it would be impossible to really enforce because who's to say they just didn't have a bad lap or two, right? Right?
Who's to say?
You know what I mean?
I
though?
don't.
Like yeah, straight. You can't say, oh, you're deliberately backing up the field. I just had
Okay, let me rephrase that. Isn't it unsafe?
No.
All right.
I mean,
I
kind of
guess then.
It kind of is, but it's not as unsafe. Well, you're driving.
I don't
Well,
know, but
you're driving slower than you normally would, though.
You would be.
So
Yeah.
we're,
you are.
we had, dude, you're focusing on the wrong things, buddy. Okay. What was really the main problem is that this was supposed to bring action back to the race, and
Instead, it made it fucking boring.
it was
Even more than
really-
before.
it was like I normally don't like. I was listening to it on my way to work because that's how my schedule lined up with it, and I was sitting here like.
God damn it.
I want to turn this off, but I want to know who wins the race. Lando Norris
Who
won.
won?
Lando Norris.
God damn it.
But hey, he's still in the championship lead. If one of the McLaren boys wins the championship, I want it to be Piastri. I like Piastri. He's kind of chill. Lando Norris, his ego is running checks his body can't cash. Like I can drive
gosh.
any better, but I'm not an F1 professional race car driver, so does that too.
You should be, bro. I'd be down. Robert Barr,
We're
F1 driver.
not getting an F1 cars. We are not getting an F1 cars. Just we need to be a highly skilled athlete and really good on the
okay,
pressure.
hear me out.
We
Hear
are
me out. Hear me
none
out.
To get
of
inside of
that.
an F.
You
yeah,
can
no,
get
hear me
a
out, Robert.
replica F1 car for like 80K, right? Hear me out. Hear me out.
Exactly.
Hear me
Yeah.
out.
You have to get
Replica,
80K.
like you can get the shell for it, right?
Can we
Yeah.
get your dad to sign?
No,
Can
no.
we get your dad to sign?
I was thinking like once we generate,
Oh,
once we you know
A
build get
loan.
once we get enough funds secured. What I was thinking is we
From comic
LS
book
swap.
chatter,
We
yeah.
put an LS in the F1 car.
We put a down payment on an F1 car. We drive it
Exactly.
everywhere around.
Like
around
no
the
no
And then you
like
States.
I'm
total
thinking
it,
like
and
an
then we get into
LS LS3 500 take get the engine like 500 horsepower. You know how crazy that would be.
You know how fast is that?
That's
That's not
about
even street
that's
legal.
that's actually it's actually like half of what they have.
Isn't that not even street legal?
Don't worry about the rule, make it street legal.
Don't worry about it. We will make
I'll
it street
make
legal.
it legal. Remember that?
I'll make it legal.
But yeah, no,
I'll make
it's
it
We
legal.
made me legal.
it's a fair point.
Yeah, if we could do that,
If
yeah.
we
we can
remember
make an F1
make
car
him
legal.
a citizen, I think we can do anything.
We can make an
um,
F1 car citizen.
That's not
Um,
what. Not pendejo.
So unfortunately, I was
But you
at.
can also.
Shut up.
I was gonna say
Chance.
you can drive an F1 car. You don't. It's just.
I love this battle so much better than doing it on Discord.
Bruh.
Unfortunately, I was at work and taking care of business.
Robert's a tyrant.
Yes,
Taking
yes, I
care
am.
of business.
I was taking care of business. I say that because they play that song at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock every day at work.
I'm so sorry.
It's ingrained in my head. They've been doing this for the past like 2 years, Jens.
Ooh, sneeze.
Well, so
Bless me.
I didn't watch the Indy 500, but I know that Alex Palou won the first Spanish
Bless you.
driver to win at the Indianapolis 500. And
Pinches españoles hijos de la chingada.
Exactly.
Lalo,
Wait.
it was almost a Mexican last year though. Unfortunately, he got passed right at the checkered flag. So unfortunately, your Mexican didn't take it home. Seems like that's a
Bruh.
common trend for you and your Mexican.
Hey, shut the
teams.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Who the fuck? Who the fuck?
Robert actually being a racist over here.
that
Not
was-
racist, just
True.
a personal attack on me.
Yeah, it's just true. It's not racist. Sergio Perez.
Oh, okay.
Sergio
It's
Perez
true
couldn't
it's
stop
not
hitting
racist.
the wall. That's why he got the boot. Just plain and simple.
I need to plug my phone. I'm sorry.
He's like Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen hit the wall and then he got the boot.
No, he continuously hit the wall. One time he hit the wall. Okay, whatever. He hit the wall like
2 times he hit the wall.
I think he had like 10 crashes last season. Jens,
He couldn't. I'm not gonna say that.
good. Please, I only have too much work as it is.
Dude.
Um,
I know. I was about to say something crazy. I'll just wait. I'm not. I have to say it, but I won't say it. So I
don't
won't
say
so
it,
we're fine.
please. Show some self control, will you?
Bro, what
He
the
has
heck do you
no
mean,
self-control. That's
self-control?
kind of
What
the
you mean?
issue.
Yeah, if it wasn't for me having a religion that prevents me from doing stupid things, I would be doing so many stupid things, man. It's kind of scary.
But I was able to fortunately
The
watch.
fact that you have to rely on religion in order to avoid you from doing stupid things.
I
maybe
don't,
it's a
but
sign.
I consider it blessings. That's what I'll call it.
Okay, Jens, can I speak again?
Go
Oh, yeah,
ahead.
I'm talking here, Tyler the Creator.
I was able to catch the final few laps, like the final few laps of the Coca-Cola 600. I didn't know. Oh yeah, Carol Lawson attempted to do the double. What you do?
600 means 600 miles, right?
Uh,
Or 600 laps.
that's a great question. I think honestly it's a mixture of both because I think the track's only like a mile long.
That's fair.
Lalo, if you can, and you can't look that up. Just
I can look it up.
Look
I'll
at
look it up in a minute.
look at in the puppy eyes. But
You can unmute yourself, buddy.
Oh no, I think it is 600 miles because
I've been speaking
Kyle,
this whole time to no one.
because the Indianapolis 500 is 500 miles, right? Right. So,
Maybe.
Yeah.
and then Coco 600, 600 miles because it would
I mean,
equal.
what's 100 miles more? I mean, come on.
Well, no.
Honest.
See, the thing is, the double
Just a
is
hyper marathon.
the double because the Coca-Cola 600 and the 500 happen. This is also the last time we have Monaco, Indy, and Coke 600 all on the same day, because next year Monaco is moving to the week after this.
They were like, nah, we fucked up.
It sucks because honestly, this is a really fun day if you actually have a day off and you can watch all three of them. I would have done it this year if I had the day off, but I didn't.
How did you watch all of them at the same time?
Well, no, they don't happen on top of each other.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what I was wondering.
Monaco happens at 6 o'clock our time, so I watched that in the morning. Winter woke. Then, so the double is the driver does both the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 on the same day, and they complete it. They complete.
Pendejo.
There has been
That's
one NASCAR driver that has attempted and completed it, and his name was Tony Stewart, and that was like a long time ago. Well, there's this.
How long ago?
Dog, I don't know.
Sorry. Continue. I'm sorry. I'm asking as if you. Sorry.
Well, so there's this new driver who's been trying to do it for a couple of days, and a couple of years. His name was Kyle Lawson. Some people don't like him because he ran his mouth about how he was better than Max Verstappen, which again he might be true. But the problem is,
It's two different things. It's like it's apples and oranges almost.
oh yeah, hold on. Let's see here. Let's see what the AI. He made a successful attempt in 2001. He did both the double and so it's been forever.
Yeah.
Well, so this kid named Carl Lawson says, I'm doing this year, right? He attempted last year, didn't make it due to rain delays in Indy 500. Well, this year, Carl Lawson looked like he was doing at least decent for Indy 500. Until he decided that downshifting while accelerating was the key move.
Oh wow, that's a very intelligent move. Yeah.
Yeah, he spun himself out, crashed out of Indy 500.
That's intense.
Then, right, okay, defeated that he didn't do the double again. Flew the Coke 600, right.
No.
Well, okay, this is, mind you, Kyle Lawson's a 4-time NASCAR driver. I'm not saying that no one ever makes mistakes, right? But I was like watching the Indy one. I'm like, okay, not his profession, not his series. That makes sense, right? Well,
Sure.
Guess what? He takes the lead at the Coca-Cola.
What happened later in the afternoon?
He takes the lead at Coca-Cola 600 and spins himself out again.
Oh my
Puta
God.
madre! What happened to him? Why?
The nervous part got to him. The emotions of not completing the double part got to him. Because that would
that would piss me off if I trained for like the whole year for this one event and already in the morning I lost, and I'm already on. He's already on his own. I imagine he's already on his own head, so it's almost like spun out again. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well,
You psych yourself out, man.
Then guess well, he's also he's had issues with the Indy 500 this year. He crashed out during, I think, either a practice session or a qualifying one in the Indy 500.
Crashed out as in
hit the wall.
Okay.
Hit the wall.
Crash out.
Hit the wall.
No, he got drunk.
Yeah.
He got drunk on that wall.
So yeah, that was Kyle Lawson's attempt at the double. Will you ever see a guy do the double again? Who knows? Probably not, though. That seems like a once in a lifetime thing.
That seems like almost, I don't know. I think because you're already exerting yourself so much in the first race. Why the fuck would you try to attempt the second race right after? I don't know if you remember, gents, but we were told we only got one race during meets during at swim one when we were in high school. Remember?
Yeah.
We only got a limited amount of races in one day, one meet. So like, why the hell would you attempt a second race, exerting yourself even
Well,
more?
see, but endurance racing exists. It's actually a practical thing. It makes sense because if you think
I know.
about it, it's a lot of miles. It's 1,100 miles, 100 more than the Proclaimers and Vanessa Carlton's hit songs.
Oh.
Please tell me, you guys didn't get that reference?
You watch Vanessa Carlton? You watch Vanessa Carlton a lot? You listen to her music?
You didn't get it, Jens, did you?
I know that she's the one that made da-da-da-da-da-da.
And I need you. Then what?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
How far is she willing? How long is she willing to walk to see the night?
500 miles and I will walk.
Nah,
Oh, yeah,
walk.
That's the other song. That's the other song.
Just
They're
to
both-
be that man.
okay, you know what?
who
No.
walked up.
No.
He's gonna mute me.
But no,
You've
they
been muted.
both were willing to walk 1,000 miles. Carl
1,000,
lost.
100, and
500. It was 500.
1100.
But
No.
1100.
That was the double.
1,500.
That's what?
1,500. 500 from one, 1,000 from the other.
No, 500 from one, 600 the next.
Oh, and he'll walk 500 miles and I'll walk 500 more. Never mind. I'm wrong. That's deep. That's some deep Mobamba.
Robert, please continue.
Well,
You
but
don't
yeah,
need to
no.
mute me. Don't worry. I'll silence
But-
myself.
But I was just trying to make a stupid joke about the 1,000-mile connection with Prince Colin.
Yeah.
But you guys didn't get it.
No, I
Well, I get
didn't.
it now.
I'm sorry. I got it now. Right after, like you explained it to me. It's not. I'll get the joke. I just have to explain it a little bit.
All right, moving on to the comic books and entertainment section of our podcast. This is going to be a little bit long. We'll have fun. We'll have a conversation.
Conversation.
Well,
Oh.
I read this week. I've been reading this whole week Secret Wars
The video that was
in
supposed
both
to come
English
out
and
a couple of
Spanish.
weeks ago.
In English and in Spanish, so I could like comprehend it a little bit more. Because it's hard.
Okay.
Like reading it in English is a
You
bit,
know what else is
it's a
hard?
bit of a challenge.
Your mom.
Reading it in English is a bit of a challenge. So I try to help myself more with reading the Spanish version. And now I'm ready for filming on Wednesday.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be good. I'm
I was
excited.
ready for filming today.
But me
All right, moving on.
but
to
then it was
the,
gonna take forever.
the movie we saw this week was.
We saw a movie this week. Hey, I have to leave the chat. I haven't heard this. You can't spoil this for me.
You actually want to see this?
Yeah, of course
I
I'm
actually
gonna
want
see
to
it.
see Mission
It's a
Impossible.
final Mission Impossible, dog. What the freak do you mean?
Okay. Setting up the premise. That me and Lalo decided to see this on. Me and him have never seen a Mission Impossible film.
No freaking way.
When
You
we
decided to
watched,
watch the only sequel? The only sequel.
when we watched the trailer, I turned to him like, you know, it'd be funny, right?
If we did not watch any of these,
If we went into
and
this
I was
film
like, let's
completely
go.
blind. He
Oh
thought
my
I was
gosh.
joking, right? He thought I was joking. Because he turned to me after this film. He's like, I thought you'd do some research. No, I am dedicated to this bit. I am dedicated to watching the franchise backward. And you'll be, that is one of our things that we'll be filling in, is each one of us will be watching, we'll be covering this as we
Jen is so
go backwards.
disappointed at us right now.
I'm
Jen-
scared of getting
completely
spoilers.
disappointed.
I'm scared of getting spoiled
Jen,
because
don't
now
worry.
you don't even know what you're spoiling.
We'll spoil it later. Have you seen any of the Mission Impossible films?
I've seen every single one.
Well, you can't join us then. You suck.
Okay. I will leave the chat temporarily, and so you don't spoil it for me. How about that?
Alrighty. So Jens and anyone else who wants to watch it, spoiler alert in 5,
He
4,
could have just.
3,
He could
2.
have just.
1.
He could have just muted himself and shut off audio. Why the fuck would he leave?
Okay, you're talking about Jens here. He's not the most intelligent person.
That's actually
He's
kind of
actually quite
fair.
intelligent. Actually, he's the smartest one of all of us.
That's saying something because we're pretty fucking smart, but we're also fucking stupid.
No, we're just dumb.
No, whatever. I'm not getting into this.
Okay. So normally I buy tickets for the preview showing, just because I don't like dealing with people. It's a lot more peaceful experience. Um,
This movie was packed.
this movie was packed a week out. I buy the tickets a week in advance, thinking it's a preview night. No one's gonna really.
No one's gonna sit down and watch Mission Impossible.
Yeah, no. Everyone's
And
gonna.
we kind of developed this. We kind of developed this joke, walking into the theater and out of the theater, like that. We're gonna every new movie we watch is gonna be. Did we just watch the movie of the summer? Which is gonna be like an ongoing joke that's gonna happen.
I forgot about that. Um, but
So next week This week we're watching Karate Kid. We're watching the Karate Kid Legends.
because he wants to. This is.
I love the Karate Kid. I love the Karate Kid. I love Karate Kid so much.
Hey, Lalo,
Anyway, we're not
do you
here to
love
talk about the
do you
Karate
love
Kid.
the Karate Kid?
Love the Karate.
Um,
We're not here to talk about Karate Kid. We're here to talk about Mission Impossible.
but so I pushed when I was pushing the tickets. I'm like, huh, because typically I'm able to get dead central, because normally I'm one of the first people. I'm literally sometimes the first person to buy tickets for the showing. not for this one. When I went to buy our normal tickets, they were sold out.
They were sold out.
Literally the entire center mass was sold out. So we actually got to get one off the side of this. This
still wasn't an issue.
No, but this had to be a sold out showing on a preview night, which I haven't seen done in a while. I think last time was probably Top Gun I seen. I know I'm probably sure there's films that didn't sense.
Oppenheimer was also sold out.
We didn't
almost.
We didn't see it on preview night. We saw that on a normal day, but we did see it at the very beginning of the day.
Yeah, we saw it like morning of the movie.
Oh, because we were doing Barbenheimer. That was a fun time.
That was a fun time.
And
that was a fun experience.
And learned that we've had a gambling addiction. We probably shouldn't go to Vegas. That's a fun time. I'm sure Lalo will post the clip on our stories. It's
somewhere.
But like this is the first time in a while. Well, I drove to the theater. Mind you, it's like 6 o'clock. It's not like it's people are just now getting off of work. Like this is kind of should be the slow days part of the day because people are out having dinner or whatever, not at the movie theaters. This theater was packed. I mean, like it was just
even
insane.
The parking lot. To the parking lot, we was packed.
Because typically we park all the way out there because I don't trust people and I like my cones. So typically.
And I'm just lazy. I just see the first parking lot. The first parking spot I see, I grab it.
And so typically I park all the way out there because I want to, not because I have to. I had to this time. There was no closer.
This was a necessity.
Yeah, this was when we for shits and giggles. This is like I had to do this. Film was really good too. Really, like the only scene I felt. I know this might be a hot take because I saw some reviews and everyone loves the pacing of the submarine scene.
You didn't like the submarine section?
It felt like it was kind of dragging on a little bit.
I thought that was hype.
It was, but like
the whole setup.
It was nice, but I wanted it to be like kind of just not glossed over, but like.
You know what it felt like? It felt like that scene from Uncharted.
Uncharted 1 where they accidentally set up the U-boat bomb.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're
There's the same scene in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which I was like, what the fuck? Am I playing an Uncharted game all of a sudden?
We'll try to refrain from spoilers just because.
Yeah, we should have just let Jen stay.
Because this is.
I will say this was a very good movie.
One thing I found funny because we see movies at AMC, they cut the Nicole Kidman ad for Tom Cruise.
They did cut the Nicole Kidman for fucking Tom Cruise,
which is really funny.
I was like, Pablo dog, like.
You know that Nicole Kidman was married to Tom Cruise at one point, right? That's why I was laughing. Is that That's why I told you they cut Tom Cruise's old lady, because that was why. She she was no, she used to be married to Tom Cruise, and I was like I didn't think much of it at the time, but then they did the thank you for coming out to our film, and like I was like
It was an IMAX ad of like, thank you for watching this film on
no
IMAX. Where it was,
yeah it was, we shot this, we put a lot of care into it, the typical feel,
Mhm.
but like
And knowing also that Tom Cruise is the reason why movies kept filming on during the pandemic, I think it's hilarious. Watching that ad alongside with that knowledge
honestly,
now,
I
I think
enjoyed
it's
this.
fantastic.
Like, say what you, I don't really like his Scientology thing, but again, it's his personal beliefs. I'm not gonna knock him. The man's pretty influential to Hollywood.
You know what I said to my brother the minute I walked out of the movie?
What?
I said, another win for Scientology, I guess. Because
But
Because me
like,
and my brother are pretty in circle of like we are against organized religion, any type of organized religion. But Scientology, god damn it, they got us.
is it really a
I'm just kidding.
religion? Is it really a religion if you know it's bullshit?
Do they know it's bullshit? Or do they actually
That's
believe
not
it?
relevant.
Let's not talk about this right now.
But like, generally, it was just we're not going to talk about it because it's a film you need to see in theaters. You need to see, like,
Yes, you need to see him.
I hate to say it, like, sound like a cinema bro. I don't want to sound like Lalo over here.
That's usually my fuck you. It's okay when I make the joke. You can't make the joke for me.
But it's one of those films. I want to say this a lot, probably this year, this summer at least, is that it's a film that you need to see on the big screen, just because there's
Yeah.
so much like action. The plane scenes are so cool to see on that big screen. They also
I'm
does.
actually really excited to see. I would like to see it again.
I'm a fan of the fact that they kind of wrote the film for boneheads like us that didn't bother watching the rest of the franchise until this one, because they recap it nicely. There's an entire opening scene from Angela Bassett, which is the president, which
Yeah.
Lalo didn't get, which is funny.
I didn't catch it until like halfway through the movie.
When she shows up as the president in the Doomsday Vault.
Yeah.
Not Doomsday Vault, but Doomsday. Oh, another thing I really like, because small spoiler alert, the main threat is an AI, right? So anything technology
Which
based.
was apparently also Jens. I don't think what Jens should have left for this, considering that he was all aware of this. But whatever.
But I do like the attention to detail when it comes to the fact that they're in a really, like, I think it's 1980s, like, NORAD base, where there's no technology connected to they're completely off the grid, outside of landline cell phones. That's something I did notice a lot. I was like, they're facing AI, but they have, but no, they straight up using floppy disks, red telephones connected to the nuclear bases.
Written letters, even.
Yeah, the president didn't even contact a general through like a communications based online. She used a handwritten note she gave to Tom Cruise.
Because you kind of have to keep it safely and more safe. What's more safe than fucking like written material?
Well, I
know this is me sounding like an advocate for physical media, but
no,
like it's a safe way of consuming.
I just like the attention to detail, because there's some films, if it didn't have Tom Cruise involved, probably wouldn't have that attention to detail of, they're facing AI threats, but they're still using ThinkPads from 2012 or 2014. They wouldn't have that.
All right.
We should probably, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Should we probably invite Jens back?
Yeah, we probably should. We didn't think
Call him back.
Do we need smoke signals?
Oof. Let's put Avatar on the big screen. See if that can get him.
Come back to the teams meeting. Let's see if he actually hears us. Oh, if he's away from his phone.
What the hell did my phone just do? It did it like this.
You do it the gay way. You don't do it the hip Gen Z way. My ex
That's
taught
the
me.
Mexican way, jackass.
What, this way?
This way.
No, this is what
The
everyone.
way I'm doing it.
This is for millennials, okay? This is for millennials. This is for Gen Z, as my ex explained to me, because she would always hate me doing this.
She can go fucking.
This is how Gen Z does it, okay? Does it look like I'm throwing up gang signs? Yes, but this is how we do it.
Where's Jens?
I don't know. Should say. So for your thing, whatchamacallit, your challenge, do you think you're on pace?
No, I was doing numbers already, and I fell off way behind. I have 4 books this week,
Do it.
and I'm not even the weekends. The week I would have to speed run a 5th book.
Do it.
So to recap, I read Invincible, I read Secret Wars, and I read I didn't read Transformers. I was gonna read Transformers, but I didn't.
Lalo got
What did I read? What was the 4th book that I read? The 3rd book that I read. The 4th book that I read was Secret Wars. I would have to speak. No, I think it's 3. I think it was those 3. I would have to get a 4th and a 5th book.
I'm
Yeah,
spamming
can I
Jens.
do it? Probably.
I'm hoping he comes.
Cool.
Oh, hey, he joined.
Hey, there he is.
Hold on. I need to admit him. Can you please turn on your camera, Sue? How do we know it's
Turn your
actually
camera,
you?
senor.
How do we know
The
it's
camera's
actually you?
off?
The camera's off, yeah.
Oh, it's turning on.
All right, cool.
There it is.
You know what's
Oh,
funny?
it is him.
You know what's funny, Jens? You didn't have to leave. We didn't talk spoilers.
You didn't have to leave. We didn't start spoilers at all. We were just chatting about the movie.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was unnecessary. Sorry for that.
To be 100% with you, I don't really remember what happened in the film. It's a long week. It's been a
Actually,
long.
so
I do. I do. We're watching Karate Kid this week, though, on Thursday. So, yay! I get to see the Karate Kid again.
So Lalo's not on pace to read his books of the month.
I am not.
Lalo,
I am 2 books behind for this month.
Lalo, you're a failure. I'm disappointed.
I'll read Transformers and something else. I'll find a way to get the 5 books.
So I there's been a few games on my radar. I've been playing video games. I got a new GPU. That was fun. Expensive but fun. With some help from.
And we got it more expensive than we should have.
We they messed up how they stocked it. I got the price that they misplaced. It doesn't matter. I got
That's annoying.
I got a 5070 graphics card. Lalo, put the games down.
I was gonna look at you and put the game down.
Put the game down, or else I'll shoot.
The first game that came out this week that I've really been in. Well, not came out, but the game. Well, this game did come out this past week. The week we were recording for. Doom: The Dark Ages.
Doom: The Dark Ages.
Highly anticipated. I haven't gotten to play a lot of it. I mean, I like it. It's not. I remember listening to videos about how this doesn't feel the same without the soundtrack, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. I don't believe that. It's missing something, and I think it is that soundtrack. But also, it's just a slower gameplay because now the game's built upon parrying, and it's a lot more story based now. There's like actual cutscenes.
Why is it built on parrying?
Well,
Why?
because you have a shield. It's set in the Dark Ages of the reboot timeline. So
because parrying is now a thing in video games, so you kind of have to do it. You kind of have you have that same mechanic in Indiana Jones a lot.
Parry this, you filthy casual.
Why is parrying a thing so much in games now? Is that like a trend recently?
Everyone wants to be like a Souls-like. Everyone wants to be the next Dark Souls.
But Dark Souls is
Star
old.
Wars did it.
Well, Elden Ring. It's just this.
It's just a thing.
Yeah.
They think more features is better. Yeah.
the new Star Wars games did it. The new Spider-Man games did it.
But it doesn't belong in a Doom game. I'm sorry. It
Yeah,
slows Doom
It
game.
doesn't belong in a Doom game.
Doom isn't
Doom's
even Doom anymore
it
if it's
gets
not. The Doom is the gameplay. You know,
it
that's
slows
what
it
Doom
down
is.
Doom
to
is
a tool.
simply just shooting.
Yeah, violence,
Yeah,
guts.
going really fast and
And-
shooting things.
What I kind of liked
high
about
speed.
what I liked about Doom, like especially Doom 2016, they kind of stepped away a little bit in Doom Eternal, but they still kind of kept the formula though. Is I liked the Half-Life 2 like the Half-Life Valve approach
Oh.
of this like almost like a seamless transition. Obviously, there was occasional cutscenes or whatever, but they never really took a lot of control out of the player's hands. They kept the player going. They never had a random
God
cutscene.
of War also did it. I'm
With-
sorry. God of War also did it.
Well, no. But Half-Life
But
was
Half-Life's
back in
older.
94, 96.
Yeah.
This is
Half-Life was like the first one.
yeah.
I was talking about pairing. Sorry.
Oh,
God
no.
of War, the new God of War games also did it. I was thinking of more games.
Well, see,
Indiana
Half-Life
Jones
is
did
crap.
it.
See, no, there's two different types of pairing. There's like the Batman Arkham series level of pairing, which is what God of War and Spider-Man do, and then
And
there's
Star Wars.
yeah, and then there is what is kind of what Doom is trying to replicate, which is the Dark Souls precise timing type of pairing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Indiana Jones has that. The new Indiana Jones games.
Indiana
have that.
Jones, I feel like more has the Arkham style of pairing.
No, it's the you if you don't do it at the exact same time, you get double the damage, and
Oh.
it can actually fuck you up a lot.
I know
I
I
know
don't,
that because I played Indiana Jones, and it pissed me off that I couldn't get that right.
Indiana Jones didn't really keep me hooked, so I stopped playing it.
Oof.
I love Indiana Jones.
George
The
Lucas.
other game I've been playing a lot
We
of
don't own that,
recently.
gents. We don't own that.
What I've been playing recently is Helldivers 2. Lalo, buy the fucking game. This is a threat.
Oh,
Give me till Friday. I'll get it
he
Friday.
just threatened Lalo.
Lalo, the fight's gonna
camera.
be over by Friday. It is falling.
am-
We have lost 3 cities already. 3 of 7. We're gonna lose Superworth, I think. There's no way in hell we're not losing it.
Do you think I'm really gonna be helpful?
Yes.
Do you really
Ooh,
think I'm gonna be
super.
actually helpful?
Do you want to commit some raw atrocities with us and the boys?
It is.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
want
You are a
do you
body
want
according
to
to-
continue to sit in the cuck show with Jens over there?
It's fun over here.
Hey, we watched Epic the musical. I was fine.
Yeah, you
True.
said the cuck show.
That's what. Yeah, that's a musical that people who sit in that chair watch. Yeah.
Shut
but
the
my
fuck up, Jens. You're not helping our case.
but you gotta fight
I
for
speak truth.
democracy and the way it is. They're all in the equivalent of New York right now. They hit the second tower, Lalo. They hit
Oh.
the second tower and the fourth tower
They did.
and the Pentagon. They
Oh,
hit
wow.
they hit the towers. Lalo, you're just gonna stand there and take it. Let us take that.
No, we're gonna
I
do.
will get it. I will get it.
Good. I want to commit war crimes with you because that's something I want to be doing. Because it's a fun game if you have friends, but
I can be Anakin Skywalker.
no, you can
Basically.
be worse than Anakin Skywalker.
Oh.
Lalo.
Anakin
That's exciting.
Skywalker committed a lot of war crimes during the
Lalo,
Clone Wars show.
You get a lot of bad
Lalo,
things. Yeah.
I can drop a 300 millimeter barrage on a friendly position. It lights
All
up.
right.
It's okay. So you know the song "Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue" by Toby Keith. You know, with
Yeah.
the bird boot up your ass. It's the American way.
Yeah.
That is how Helldivers 2 feels. I'm going to say that right now.
All right. With that being said, what other entertainment have we experienced aside from?
What
I
games
bought
do you?
Until Dawn. And I need to still download it into my PS5.
Isn't that so dumb? You have to buy a CD and then download it. Like,
Can I have one statement?
Go ahead.
sure.
The man was willing to buy Until Dawn, but not fight for our democracy.
It was $10.
Yeah, he
It
didn't fight for
was
democracy.
$10.
What,
This is how
what about
democracy
what about
died.
La,
Helldivers is $50.
Defend this applause.
what about La Fiesta del Nord, Lalo? What about La Fiesta del Nord?
We don't talk about that.
It's a valid point now that you're bringing up the cost of things. Hey Lalo, you should buy this game. It's gonna be a fun game to play with the boys. And yeah, I'll get you it.
The boys. The boys can take care of themselves. he
Oh, how
says.
about now, Lalo? Democracy needs you, and you're failing us. You're failing us.
Anyway,
Unashamed.
with that being said, thank you for watching this episode of Backlogged. I am Lalo.
It's been a long episode. I'm Robert.
It has been a long episode. I'm Jens.
Have a good rest.
And this is all for tonight.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.
Get blessed.
And leave a comment down below what you want to talk about us next.